So Caldwell was very excited when Brazos Valley Teach came together with A&M. What I'm most excited about just as a counselor is we have students who want to go into the field of education. We can identify them as early as 8th grade and really let them start working towards that degree while they're here in high school through the partnership with Blinn, through the partnership with Texas A&M, and then our school. We're able to get them going on classes they'll need to fulfill that degree, and so they're already a head start for those students who know they want to go into the field of education.
And from a school district standpoint, it is a true grow your own platform where our kids are identified very early on in 8th grade, coming into high school, completing the course sequence, and getting admission into Blinn and Texas A&M, and then 3 years later, 4 years later, depending on their rate, get involved in the Aggie Term program and then select Caldwell ISD as their site, and then they are ours. So just this idea of taking one of our very own from junior high school and hiring them to be a full-time employee just adds a ton of credibility and sustainability for us as a school district. Given the role that I have as a high school principal, I have to hire teaching positions, and I would tell you that oftentimes the mobility rate of people that are coming in from the outside or just the sheer number of applications for certain positions becomes a problem. So when we're able to grow our own, hire our own, they're vested already in our community from the very beginning, it creates a situation where we're just going to be thriving for years and years and not have to worry about an abundance of vacancies. And that sustainability is just going to help generations of kids for years and years to come.
Another thing we're really excited about with the program is it was actually kind of birthed through one of our own, Miss Lana Vicacall, who took over our education classes and really wanted to do our kids right that are involved in education. She actually reached out to A&M a couple years back and got in touch with that department, trying to find out what can we do to prepare these kids to go into education. Yes, I'm giving them experience in these classrooms and giving them some knowledge about the field, but what can we really do to help them so that they stay on this pathway, because we know finding good educators is so important. And with her contacts at Texas A&M, this whole idea of Brazos Valley Teach was formed. So it's pretty dear to our heart, and the fact that one of our own was such an integral part in getting it started.
And from a high school standpoint, with CCMR being such a critical component to what we do today in high schools, I think it's great that we are offering a teaching pathway for our kids. I mean, when you think about most schools, there isn't that component, right? It's more about, welding, you have culinary, auto mechanics, robotics, things of that nature, engineering, but we kind of overlook our own profession, right? We are all educators working in the field of education, and most schools do not have that as a pathway for their kids. So if we're not going to highlight that, who else is going to do that? So it's really incumbent upon us to make sure that we emphasize the need of future educators, and that's exactly what we're doing here in Caldwell ISD.
One more thing I wanted to mention was that Dr. Hill Jackson, who kind of heads up the program, the Brazos Valley Teach, she's very big on we don't want to lose good teachers. And so another thing I love, because we know ideally an 8th or 9th grader, they don't have it all figured out. We have a lot of adults that don't have it all figured out. So we don't expect them to know what they want to do, but even juniors or seniors who may decide to go into education, maybe they didn't get in on this program on the ground floor, there's even a spot for them to phase into it and get the benefits of it. So to me, that's really exciting, so that we don't lose any potential teachers that can come back and serve Caldwell.
I will add that in the Brazos Valley, going to Texas A&M is a big deal. And the Brazos Valley Teach pathway is one that offers a dual enrollment admission to Blinn and Texas A&M. So for those students who are wanting and striving to be part of Texas A&M because family members have gone there, the proximity to it. This is a pathway where they can get involved, get into Texas A&M as an automatic admission, and it's the only college program that is offering this. So it is a unique opportunity for those students who simply just want to be Aggies. So this is a new initiative that we have just brought on here at Caldwell ISD, and so for anybody who is watching this video, I'd like for you to encourage the young students that are in your life, right? So if you are a parent, talking to your child about this, if you're a community member, speaking with these students when you see them in the community about this as a potential opportunity and pathway, not only for bettering Caldwell ISD as a staff member, but just making an impact on children's lives wherever they may go in the future.